From JA to UK to LA and everywhere else now, this is a podcast strictly influenced by Jamaican music, brought to you by Erin Kohler and Junor Francis. Well, if you're driving in your car or you're sitting home alone, the Junor entertain you on his microphone. History of LA Ska. Yeah, hear stories from a guest while we all have a blast. From LA to Jamaica, it's in the podcast. The history of LA Ska. Of LA Ska, yeah. It's the history. Yes, it is. Of LA Ska. History of LA Ska, yeah. It's the history. Yes, it is. Of LA Ska. Of LA Ska. It's the history of LA Ska. One more time, yeah. It's the history of LA Ska.
Welcome to the History of LA Ska one-on-one sessions. I'm your host, Junor Francis, alongside our producer and my good friend, Eric Kohler. Now, this series celebrates the ska, rocksteady, and vintage reggae scene in Southern California and beyond through insightful conversations with legends and modern-day talent, including those behind the scene. And we have plenty of people working behind the scene to make this a success. Hence, whether you listen to this podcast series or watch us on YouTube, many, many thanks for your support. And please remember to subscribe, comment, and share with a friend or share with many friends. For this spectacular episode, we preview Rude Girl Riot Festival with two talented and amazing singers, Karen Roberts of Chase Long Beach and Erin Smith-Norrick, of the Stepdaughters. Yes, Erin Smith-Norrick.
It's a mouthful. It's hi.
Of the Stepdaughters.
Yes, thank you, Junor, and welcome, Karen, and welcome, Erin. We appreciate you joining us.
I
Wow,
just
thank you for
realized
having
they
us.
rhyme. Wow.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Karen, I didn't realize that too.
I saw that.
Karen, and
That's the
Eric,
first
for
thing
sure.
I noticed.
No, we're going to have some fun tonight as we present and celebrate rather a amazing and really cool festival that both Stiff Dog and Steady Beat are going to be presenting and putting on coming up October 18th in San Pedro at the Sardine. It is, as Junor said, the Rude Girl Riot celebration of women in ska. So we're going to have some fun talking with you two. So in addition to Chase Long Beach and Stepdaughters, other artists on this really fun festival include Amy Gabba and the Almost Famous. We have the Calamatics, the Goodwin Club, a reunited Lone Raspberry, Calypso's Curse, Bounce House, Ska, Horizon Point, She Blime, which is an all-girl tribute to Sublime, and a whole host of DJs, MCs, and so it's quite the impressive lineup.
Shout out Josh Kuntz and Mikey Rude. I love those guys.
Indeed. So we're going to talk more about that festival. But first, let's learn a little bit more about you two, Karen and Erin. Junor?
So please share your ska baptism when you first got involved or introduced to ska.
Oh my gosh. Erin, do you want to go first?
No.
Okay. I'll take one for the team. So it was the very first day I started Chase Long Beach, actually, ironically. I was in another band where I played bass, and we were like a Blink-182 cover band, and I was kicked out because I was terrible at playing bass, rightfully so. If I couldn't play Blink-182 songs on the bass, I'm probably not very good.
No, that's a really hard bass line, though. Honestly, he
Are you
is
too hard
crazy
on
good. That's really
yourself?
hard to do.
Go ahead.
And then started Chase Long Beach, and it was just me and a bassist and guitarist and drummer, so we didn't have any horns or anything. We just practiced in my mom's living room. This is when I was a freshman in high school. I was 13. And my best friend who lived next door, this is how professional practice was sitting in the living room while we practiced. And she had never heard me sing. I was too nervous. And and she ran home and was like, "Oh, you remind me of this singer," and had Save Ferris's EP And I became obsessed. And then I turned to the band and I said, like, do you guys want to play ska? Which it was 2002. And they were like, yeah, of course. It's super popular right now. Let's do that. And that was my introduction to ska.
Wow. So save if it was not for Save Ferris and Monique.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
would be country and western.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, of course, I grew up, listening to No Doubt and being a big fan of Gwen and Sublime, of course, being Long Beach born and raised, but they're more reggae.
Yep.
And I was familiar with Tragic Kingdom, but I hadn't been familiar with like the real ska stuff that No Doubt did earlier on,
Mhm. Wow. All right. That's great. Erin?
Okay, so my dad was in a hardcore band in Chicago, called End Result, and like he played everything for me. I never really like thought about what category or genre things were like in like growing up. Like I listened to a lot of The Clash, which is not ska specifically, but they have a lot of ska songs. But they're like they're not only ska, obviously. But my bands that I was obsessed with was They Might Be Giants and the X-Ray Specs. Neither one are ska, but they both have horns and they both are punk-ish in moments. And I had to Google what ska was when I joined the band. Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I love that.
I love that you said that because I'm like, okay, I'm in good company here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just like, I know what ska is, I think, but I should probably like double check that I'm not missing anything. And yeah, my stepdad started a ska punk band, the Zero Class, which is the best band you've never heard. Because they did a great album, and then Zero Class. Honestly, their album is killer. It's amazing. It's amazing. But it didn't get released because there were some issues with the band and somebody went to jail and blah blah blah. And yeah, it never got released. And so then he started a new band, a different version of my band with different people. And then I finally joined on the second generation. And yeah, I was so excited because he has such good taste in music. So I knew that anything that he loved, I was really always interested in doing. And I went and I looked it up and I'm like, oh my God, I've been listening to ska my whole life. And I didn't even realize it because I didn't think about what it was classified as. Like I saw, I saw Less Than Jake at Warped Tour back in the day. I'm pretty sure I saw Goldfinger too. Like I saw a lot of really good bands. I didn't think about what they were classified as, but it turns out I was listening to ska the whole time.
Nice.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
So, when did you both start singing or playing music and/or?
I started when I was 3.
Yeah. I was like, I started singing first, and I went to Catholic school for 13 years of my life, unfortunately. And it's left me with a lot of Catholic guilt. But the rule was at our school, and like the only music that we had was joining the church choir. And you had to be old enough to read to join the church choir. And at the time, that was second grade. So however old I was, like whatever, 7 or so, I learned to read. I joined the church choir. And this was actually the moment that my mom knew that I was going to be an entertainer. I sang at my very first mass. And after mass was done, my mom came up to me and she goes, so what did you think about singing? And I said, it was okay. But I really liked when everyone clapped for me. And she was just like, oh no, it's happening. So yes,
as my grandma would say, out of the mouths of babes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I was told I was singing before I could talk. That's what my dad says. He said I would sing on the washing machine because I don't know, it was vibrating, and I was like, whatever. I took my first voice lesson at I think 3 or 4. Because I was obsessed with wanting to be in music theater. That's what I trained in originally. And I was in a prestigious children's choir at like 12 that we went to like Czech Republic, Finland, and Russia, and it was crazy. Got a lot of PTSD, a lot of memories. It was weird, but I got to perform with the Moscow Chamber Orchestra. And that was like
very cool.
Amazing and crazy. But there's a CD out there somewhere.
How many years did you do that?
Let's see, it was probably 4. Yeah, I did 2 years in the regular choir with 1 day a week, and then 2 years in touring for 2 days a week.
So when you say you took voice lesson, you went to a professional Be more specific.
I mean, in Indiana, it was a
Seriously thinking
professional.
about
I don't know if you guys would consider it professional out here.
Yeah.
There's a little bit higher standards, but she was incredible. She taught me theater. She knew theater, and that's what I learned with her. So I learned how to project and do all that stuff. And I still love theater. I would be in a play if I could actually have the breath to perform and dance at the same time that well. I don't know if I can do that, but I'd love to.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if they have like a paraplegic version of Wicked, I am auditioning tomorrow. Like I would love that.
Wait, so now talk about when and how both Chase Long Beach and the Stepdaughters were formed. Karen, talk about.
Well, like I said, it came out of me being kicked out of my first band, and literally the next day I was like, I think I can sing. I'm gonna try singing. Let me start another band and sing, since the bass, failed miserably. And I had seen this bassist play at teen coffee nights at the Lakewood Youth Center, where bands would play on Saturday nights. And he actually wasn't in one of the bands playing, but he was like around my age, and I saw him pick up one of the guys in one of the band's bass, and I was like, oh my God, he's really good. And I went to high school with his sister. So that same day, I wrote a letter, gave it to his sister. He called me later that night, and that was when we scheduled band practice. He was like, hey, I've got a drummer, a guitarist. Let's do this. And it was that following Saturday that we were a band. And then I found ska, and then we were like, we're a ska band, which our drummer, by the way, did not like. So we had a new drummer very soon.
I love the fact he wrote a note to his sister.
I was like,
great. It's like, check. Do you like me? Do you not like me?
Yeah, exactly. So do you want to start a band with me? Yes or no?
Well, at least you have it in writing.
Right. Yeah. Was it the first band for a number of the musicians that were in it?
That's a good question. I think they all kind of, like I did, had like kind of a, I don't know if we can curse. Can we curse?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I hope so. I did a lot.
I know. I was like, oh, I should have checked that first.
Yeah.
Kind of like a fuck around band. We're like, we were little kids, and you had like, oh, let me get my toes wet just playing with friends. And that was like my first band. I played bass, but that was because I eventually got a bass, where like we had a guitarist and a drummer who never got a guitar or a drum set, like never actually knew how to play. It's like, oh, we're going to start a band because it's the cool thing to do. Let's see if we actually learn to play instruments, like that kind of thing. So
I've heard a lot of bands that do that, though.
Yeah, I was like, I think this is kind of like the second iteration of like, most of these guys had played with another band at some point and fucked around, and then they're like, okay, I actually want to do this.
In a more serious, you're right.
In a more serious way, as a 13, 14-year-old.
Right. Yes. Seriously. Understood. All right.
And I suppose the luxury of having parents to buy you a musical instrument.
No, I had to save up. I had to save up for mine. I saved up my birthday money and my Christmas money. Like I asked. Yeah. Wow. No, I wanted it. And then I was kicked out of the band like 6 months later. So
do you still have that bass, though?
I do. I do still
That's
have it.
Rad.
And the action is hilarious. They're probably about this far away, like 4 inches away from the
action,
neck.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Erin, how about Stepdaughters?
Yeah, this is the first band I've ever been in. Just gonna put it out there so that way, that if I suck, that's why. No, I've been performing forever, but I always wanted to be in a band, never came up. My stepdad was, trying to get a ska punk band together, and I didn't believe him. He invited me, and I'm like, oh, Mom, just put you up to this. She's just trying to get you to like invite me to be nice. He's like, no, actually, she doesn't know about this. Do you want to be in the band? I'm like, okay, well, let's do a practice and see what happens. And we wrote Violence, our first. I love that song. I think it's one of our best songs. And I don't know, like, I just kept pinching myself, like, this is not real. It's like somebody's messing with me, right? It just, the moment I had practice, I was like, wow, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. I've been wanting to do this forever, and I'm so glad it happened.
And what year?
I'm sad it happened, when I was 28. Right. But I mean,
What year were you formed?
We formed in 2019, so I imagine it was then.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And the name makes sense.
Yeah. Well, my stepdad was the bassist. He's the founding member and created the whole idea. Yeah. So stepdaughter, stepdad. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
I've been a stepdaughter most of my life. That's kind of how we looked at it. I didn't realize I came up with the name, but he said I did on a video interview. So, I'll take it.
Take it and run.
Yeah.
Karen, over to you now. So talk about how you met Aaron Barrett of Real Big Fish, and how did him producing your album come about? And I know that you also worked with Scott Kloppenstein, formerly of Real Big Fish, right?
Yeah.
He rocks too. He's
yeah. So this is a really crazy story, and it is the perfect example of right place at the right time. I think it was the second, or it was either the second or third time I'd ever seen Real Big Fish. And I was at the old House of Blues in Anaheim when it was still in downtown Disney.
Yep.
And
I think it's still in downtown Disney, isn't it?
it's
Did they
at
move?
It's not in
Different
downtown Disney
location.
anymore. It's in
different
Anaheim,
location, the
but
same. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So now you don't have to deal with Disney security when you go anymore,
nice,
which
nice.
is one benefit. So I was probably like 5, 6 people from the front, like there were a few rows of people. And at the time they were about to play She Has a Girlfriend Now. And Aaron, I guess they had done this the whole tour where they like kind of joshed to the audience, like, who's gonna come up, and like riles the audience up, and then Scott still ends up singing the song. But they're at home, and for whatever reason, Aaron decided to actually pick someone out of the audience. And he had no idea who I was. He had no idea who my band was. No one in their band did. Had no idea that I could actually sing, just taking a wild leap of faith.
Element of surprise.
Or, if I even know this song for that matter,
Right.
And I was there with a couple friends, and I knew that they were pointing at me, but I didn't realize that there were other people who like knew my band that were pointing at me too. So there were like quite a few people. And he left it up to Johnny Christmas, their trumpet player at the time, to pick the person. And I was in front of Johnny, and he just picked me out of the crowd.
Wow.
And the security guards picked me up out of the crowd, put me on stage. And Aaron was so impressed because I was dancing, like I wasn't uncomfortable. I just played along with it. Like I had friends who thought it was, they thought it was planned. And I was like, no, dude, do you know how nervous I was? I had no idea. I was like just adrenaline, pure adrenaline. And then I was just hanging out afterwards, and somebody came up to, I don't even remember who it was. They were like, Aaron Barrett wants to meet you. And I was like, like, shh, be cool, man. And so he met me, nothing came. He was just like, cool. That was cool. It was like very Aaron Barrett, very like, cool, man. It was nice to meet you. Thank you for doing that. And that was it. And I was just like, with my friends.
You didn't tell him right then and there that you have a band.
No, I don't, honestly, I don't remember. It was all, it was all just like such a blur.
Sure.
Because I was just like trying to hold it together, and so then at the same time, Chase was in the process. We had picked where we were going to record our first full length, Lebec, but we were looking for someone to mix. And also at the same time, we had a van accident where on our MySpace, we were like, if all of our MySpace friends send us $1, we have enough money to buy a new van,
Right.
And I'm like putting my mom's address, like just send cash to my mom's house.
Just send $1 to my mom's house. Yeah.
And then one day this letter shows up from Real Big Fish, and they sent us $6, one from each member of the band.
Oh,
and they said like,
sweet.
thank you for singing with us, Karen, like blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it, and it was Dan Regan who had actually, done it. And then we're talking to Dave Irish, Pot of Gold
Love him.
recording.
Oh my gosh. We're literally booking with him right now for our next album.
Dave is
The best.
wonderful. He's so good.
I have a little music boner for him. He's great.
He's fantastic. He's done such good, especially good ska albums.
I just love working with him. He's awesome.
He really is.
And that gold microphone's beautiful too.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
It's so amazing.
But we were just talking to him about mixing, back and forth, like what would you charge? This is just email. And all of a sudden he goes, all right, I talked to Aaron Barrett and he said that he wants to produce your album if you record here. And we were like, what? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and
And
you had not asked.
no, I didn't even know it was in the realm of possibility. I think at this point we were the first other band other than his own that he had ever produced, and I think at the same time he was producing the first album that he did for Real Big Fish. So he was producing both of his first two albums at the same time. And we went down to the studio thinking we were just going to meet Dave, and here comes Aaron walking out. And I remember he was like eating something. It was like so nonchalant. It was so funny. And I'm like, hold it together, hold it together. And yeah, he just offered to do it like we didn't even know. It was just this crazy turn of events.
Right.
I imagine it was beef jerky he was eating. For some reason, that's what I see in my mind. So
I feel like there was a crunch. I think it had to be in some kind
a
of
churro.
Yeah.
But and Junior says this a lot, the rightness of time.
The rightness of place.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that's how you make history. While
Absolutely.
we're still on you, what caused your breakup in 2012 and then reunion in 2022, approximately a decade apart?
So technically, the band had actually kind of dissipated in 2010. So I left the band in 2009, 8 months after we were signed to Victory Records, put out the one album that we did. I wanted to pursue acting, and we were touring a lot, and I couldn't do both. And I'd always wanted to be an actor. And so I left the band on my own volition. Actually played my last show with Real Big Fish at House of Blues, funnily enough. And so that was December 2009. The band continued on for the next few months, not even the full year of 2010, got a new singer. And then her and the bassist, the original bassist that I had started the band with too, left the band in the middle of Warped Tour. That was a little bit of a drama situation, but and where like they abandoned.
I think I was
Warped
at that
Tour.
Warped Tour actually.
Kevin Lyman was like, Chase Long Beach will never play Warped Tour again.
Right.
Yeah, it was bad. I came back. I sang 3 shows with them because they were just left high and dry that September. And then they just kind of finished out those shows, fizzled. And then in 2012, we had one show that we played for our 10-year anniversary.
Okay, got it.
And then that was it until we had one show in 2020 that we did for the owner of D Piazzas when he was retiring. And then in 2022, even in 2020, we were like, okay, see you in 2022 for the 20th anniversary, kind of meaning it but joking. And then when it came around, we were like, do we actually want to do that?
Right.
Well, there was still a little bit of a lockdown going on slightly, huh?
And that was the thing too, is that
coming out of COVID, huh?
Yes, absolutely. And this was at the time where they were like still testing people in Orange County. Like you couldn't
had
play
to have your
unless
card and stuff. Yeah.
you were vaccinated and you were testing.
Yep.
And that was a big thing, was that half of our band was on board with the vaccine and COVID, and the other half was not. So we were like, are we even going to be able to agree on things? And so we just got together one day and we're like, let's just hang out. See if we still like each other as people.
That's awesome.
And then we were like, you know what? Our differences are not what make us. It's all of the experiences and all of the love that we have for each other. We're a family, and we'd always been a family, and it was just like nothing had changed.
Yep.
And so we were just planning on doing the 20th anniversary. And then we were like, we're having so much fun. Do you guys want to keep doing this on our own terms, where we're not like touring and doing all these things? And
where was the 20th anniversary? I'm forgetting right now.
It was at House of Blues.
Okay.
But the new House of Blues now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Have you really not been to the House of Blues since then? Maybe I haven't.
I think it was 2019. I know it was.
No, I was just at the House of Blues for Me First and Gimme Gimme's like last year.
Then you were at the.
Then I'm at the right one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've only been at the new one, I guess.
Okay.
That must be what it is.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, maybe.
That might be it. Yeah, I think it was like 2022 when I played my first show there.
Okay. Yeah, so that might be why.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, because we did our album release party there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
really? You shouldn't. I hope you don't. If you would, I hope you weren't there. That was a bad night, but a great album. Bad night.
These things happen, right? So, Erin, how important is a punk rock to the stepdaughter's sound image?
I mean, for me, it's insanely important.
Who are some of the band's biggest musical influences?
Well, I know that so Chris, our current bassist, he loves a lot of the same punk as I do. Like we really connected with loving the X-Ray Specs. Um and he actually knew every single word on the album just like I did. That was the first album I ever memorized when I was like 4 or something. I don't know. My parents have great music taste and I was just lucky to tag on with it. But and then our guitarist Mike, he's a little more like what I love Blink-182, emo, like New Found Glory. Like I love that. And that's what I kind of like grew up with in high school. Cause like, that makes sense with the age that I am and what was happening. And yeah. So I love those. And he's like 4 years older than me. So he knows the same stuff and he loves it too. And then actually Travis hadn't even heard the Ramones yet, but he's heard them now and he knows that. That's our drummer. He now knows punk a little more. And I know I couldn't do it if it wasn't punk. But my stepdad, the original founder, he was a big 50-50 ska punk. And that's really what it was based on. Was that Eric was the visionary, my stepdad.
Half ska, half punk.
Yeah, I was the punk, he was the ska, and we just like, then we made a what is it? A tributary where like the two like rivers go into one.
Right.
What is it called?
A
tributary.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was he was punk too, but yeah, I was the punk focused and he was ska focused. He taught me a lot about ska, and I told him nothing about punk because he was there.
And is that how about traditional? Yeah.
Oh, traditional. I mean,
Was he into traditional?
Yeah, I mean, he loved. Oh gosh, he loved everything. Like he had such a better music taste than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember making a playlist. He liked Toots and the Mayhems, obviously.
Yeah.
The Specials, which is not Jamaica, but very like if you don't like the Specials, get out of ska, probably, right? I don't know. He had such a crazy, well-rounded music taste, but he had so many great songs that he loved and so many great bands he loved. What we connected over was Amy Winehouse of The Clash, mostly. Amy Winehouse loves ska. Not very many songs that are ska, but they did do a ska release that they had where she did some ska songs, and I bought that for him for Christmas the last year that we had Christmas together.
There's some great.
It was actually really expensive, but I was so happy to do it because like he wanted it so bad.
Yeah,
it was the last one left.
And great videos online of Amy with the Specials too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, she loved the Specials. Yeah,
yes, very much so.
Well, they all live in the same England. Their path cross regularly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had the pleasure of seeing part of Amy Winehouse's set at Coachella.
He did too. Maybe you guys were near each other.
Maybe, yeah. No, but I'm happy.
Interesting.
Erin, since we touched on COVID and not to break it down, but
no, it's part of life.
Yeah, can you talk about your bandmate Eric who passed away?
I mean, he was the badass founder, the visionary. Like I said, he had all the great ideas. I still don't know what he would want to do. Like as far as like where music should go. But I do know that he was planning on moving to Alabama with my mom. It was supposed to be about 6 months after he had passed, which I'll get to right now. He passed away the day after we were supposed to play the Summer Sizzler with me, BMB, Scott Abels, the Ruffalos, and all these other really incredible bands. Which actually our guitarist is now a part of the Ruffalos, so that's crazy and awesome. He passed away the day after we were supposed to play that show, so obviously we couldn't play. We were so excited. It's really surreal, but he was the mastermind. He was everything. He said, "I want you guys to keep playing, but when I come back in town, I get to play a show with you guys." Of course, yeah, like you're the originator. And then he was gone, and nobody expected it, and it was like crazy. He told us like, I'll be home later. Bring me a razor and some Starbucks. Like, I'm coming home. And then like a few hours later, here he's gone. It was like nobody could believe it. I still have people come up to me and say, I can't believe he's gone, because like he was the last person anybody expected to have that happen. But yeah, I know he'd want the band to keep going. I don't know what he would want the band to do, but I know he'd want it to keep going. So I just keep trying to make good music, and we're about to record a new album, and we're going to include the last song we wrote with him, and I'm excited to do that. It's called Ola Paisita, which I like to yell at people in traffic. Because it's Hello Clown Girl. And they get so confused and weirded out, and it's fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for sure. Now on a more positive note.
Yay.
Let's talk about career highlights. What has been one or two career highlights that you can talk about? For both.
Both.
It's a question for both.
And this could be on the live side. This could be on the recording side. This could be touring, anything at all.
Well,
There's so many that you don't know where to start.
No. I have three, because this was my big thing. I remembered, again, going to Catholic school. I was confirmed and baptized and all that stuff. And so when I was in catechism classes for confirmation in high school, the woman who ran them really didn't like me. And there was some tiff between her wanting to have my grandma's job and some women's organization, Catholic women's. It was a whole thing, but she took it out on me. And I remembered we were supposed to be making some sort of like collage one night for like our dreams. And I'm in the band at the time, you know, and I wrote down that I wanted to get a record deal. I wanted to be played on the radio, and I wanted to tour the world. And I remember she came up to me and she goes, "You're never going to do any of those things." And I was like, "Watch me." You know? Yeah. Don't tell me I can't do something, because now
then you're going to make it happen. Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was like that day. And that was the thing I think that really gave me peace with being able to leave the band when I did, because I had accomplished all of those goals. Yeah. And that was what was really important to me. And like, it was incredible. I still can't even believe that we did half of the things that we did.
Do you still cross paths with her?
Oh God, no.
You go back to Catholic school just for like a touch up in math.
Where is Janelle? No. I honestly, I mean, this was so long ago, and she was an older woman at the time. I don't even know if she's still with us, you know.
Yeah.
So
where Karen, where are some of the places that you toured?
Well, we did a lot of US tours, went into Canada, but we did 3 UK and 1 full Europe tour. And that was very exciting. Yeah. But it's not the whole world, but
you said there were 3, but you only mentioned 1. I mean, it's significant.
Oh, the touring, getting played on the radio, and getting the record deal. Like when we signed with Victory.
What's the career highlight? All right, to add some more.
I love Victory Records, by the way. Like I remember, like if it was on Victory Records, I bought
it. They signed a lot of really good bands.
They did.
And
they had
treated them like shit.
Oh, really?
That was what they were notorious for. And we signed it. We were like, this is a bad contract, but it's the only one we're gonna get.
I like that logic.
I feel like I have faith in you guys in past and present. Like you might have got a better one, but I get what you're saying. Well, I totally get what you're saying.
Again, this was 2009, and I remember we went to all of the ska labels first, and they all go, "Oh no, nobody's putting out ska records," and I'm like, "You're a ska record label." It's like, what?
Wow.
But Victory took us. So.
Yeah.
Two-Tone Records, no ska artists or something.
Right. Yeah.
The same question for you, Erin.
I mean, I think I have yet to experience most of the highlights, but it was really amazing going to Hawaii. We did not actually pay for our trip from the shows, but we wanted to go to Hawaii anyway.
Oh, don't worry, we didn't either. So
yeah, we had a really good time. Great Spam Musubi, beautiful place. And if I'm going to spend my money there, I would love to play some shows, and I did. I think honestly, the most receptive crowd we've ever had was in Hawaii at the Irish Rose in Honolulu, and Mikey Rude definitely.
Nice, Mikey.
He's the one who
Mikey.
hooked it up and made it all happen, and like he made our dreams come true. And he said
Mikey, we
we
know.
made his come true, and I couldn't believe that because like, how could we do that? You're making ours happen. I don't know. We love him.
Talking of live performances, what are the songs that fans dance or sing along to most in your sets?
For me, it's What You Gonna Do, and weirdly enough, the song that we're putting on our new album called Spring Street. We go from right sound directly into Spring Street, like it blends really well.
Nice.
And for some reason, you don't think it's gonna hit, and then like all of a sudden the chorus happens and people are into it.
You never know. So
and that's the one that I actually wrote on my own on the ukulele, which is the only song I brought in with like writing the chords and the stuff on my own and having everybody else play it. So I was really stoked that people like that one. Oops, that was my pen.
So you played before it is actually recorded.
Yeah, I played on GarageBand.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, audience.
Yeah.
That's a clever idea.
Clever.
Yeah.
Erin, how about you?
Definitely the older stuff more than the newer stuff. I think just because a lot of our older stuff was more easy to dance to.
Okay.
We like to write really complicated music and people go, do I dance now? Oh, that part's over. Okay. But I would say the one that we hate to play, that's our number one song on Spotify or whatever, which is We've Got Pockets Like Nobody's Business. So when we do actually play it, people get really excited. And I would say Pall Mall Price Crisis. That's another big one.
Like this price of cigarettes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Another question for the both of you. Who has been your biggest supporter or advocate up until this point in your career?
You should mute this so I can get her.
Oh man.
1 sec.
I mean, Aaron Barrett's definitely been very helpful, obviously, and backing us. That was a big one. But like, can I just personally say, like, my mom?
Yeah, oh, of course.
Like,
you know,
yeah.
If she is, she is.
Yeah, my mom let us practice at her house for years and like put up.
My mom says.
Yeah, I was like put up with all of our BS. There
Wait, not yet.
Oh, I love
There
that.
we go.
Dude, there you go. Yeah, mom.
Hello, Mom.
And my mom.
Hi.
Yeah, we still practice at her house.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Right behind me, right here. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Thank you, Mom.
I love that. Yes, family support. Family support.
Very
Sorry to interrupt.
No, we're good. We're good.
That was
You
perfect
know, you gotta
segue.
time it when you can.
We love firsts. Let's see. We were interviewing somebody, and they were walking the streets of Boston. I forget who that was.
That would have a lot of background noise.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you know
right,
what?
right. The band was performing in
Someone from the
Boston.
Goodwin Club.
Oh, was it Big D and the Kids Table? I know they live near there, don't they?
From the
No, they
Goodwin
live in
Club-
Philadelphia.
From the Goodwin
Okay.
Club, but he was filling in with Bite Me Bambi.
Oh, Jesse.
Yes, Jesse. Thank
Remember,
you. Sorry,
right.
sorry, Jesse.
Took us
Yeah.
on a fantastic
He was
tour of,
he was walking the
Boston.
streets of Boston. I think it was after a show doing the
Yeah.
Goodwin Club podcast episode. So that was a first, and then there was Vernon Maytone
in his car, right?
was doing this from his car. Anyway, so your mom is a first, so this is great.
Yeah, well, she was right there. I figured I'd mute it and see if you could come over.
The more the merrier.
Right.
Karen, question for you: how have you seen, or how does the ska scene in SoCal differ from when you started Chase Long Beach to present day?
You know, I feel like this is one of those questions that I get asked almost every podcast I do, and I'm still trying to find the right answer. I think one big thing is social media. That's very, very different.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, the core of it to me is the same. I see it growing. That's one good thing. It's very positive. I see, and I think
the scene itself growing.
the scene itself is growing, and I think a lot of that, you know, possibly has to do with most of the people that were younger that continued listening to ska had children and forced their kids to listen to ska. So now their kids and their parents are going to the shows and things like that too. But then the kids are telling their friends. I see so many more new young ska bands coming out now.
I got to go to your shows. I want to see that too.
Well, no,
That's what
I
I've been
go to a
wanting.
lot of shows
Yeah.
too. Like it's not even necessarily at ours. I just like I love going to ska shows in general. And that's the one thing that I was going to say I think really stays consistent is that like I was bullied a lot, and that was the thing that made me really fall in love with like the ska scene itself was finding this home and this safe haven,
Yes,
this community where everyone was accepted. And I kind of feel like it's like the place where all the misfits kind of found each other and like the love that they were always, wanting
And deserved.
and deserved. Absolutely.
yes,
And so I think that that's the thing is that the community keeps growing in this special way too, where like people are finding it that always wanted a place to belong.
But
And
I
it's
think
always there.
the reverse is true for traditional ska. I think the scene is dying.
Oh no.
Maybe
I mean,
because a lot of legends are probably nursing home, join their
yeah.
ancestors, or probably.
But their music speaks louder than ever. I mean, like it's never gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like those songs are still incredible.
Yeah, the songs
Like they're not any less
course, until
like,
eternity,
monumental
until the end
and
of
like
time.
yeah.
But in terms of concert attendance, the thing is,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there probably should be more cross pollination of the various
and
styles.
that is a challenge.
And we're always trying to do that. It is hard for some genres. There's some bands that I think it's easier to be able to blend.
Yeah.
But then it does become difficult with certain ones because it's like you have this one band. I think the other thing too is it's about making the lineup a certain way
Yes.
because you can have all those bands
Yes.
together, but you got to pace it at a different,
correct.
The right order. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
I think Supernova is doing a fantastic job.
Supernova.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
They
Absolutely.
do.
Right.
Someday I'm gonna be I want to play there someday, but I'm gonna attend next
that can
year as
happen.
a attendee. Either way, I've decided I'm going next year.
Yeah, you felt last year when the first time that you went, right, and you co-emceed with Dunia, you felt the sense of community and
Unlike any other festival I've attended.
I love that.
Actually,
I've always wanted to
this is
go.
my festival. This is my festival.
yeah.
Well, hey, I
It's not
hear that
the
group tickets are
festival.
cheaper.
Yeah.
We could all go together.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your goals for the next few years, whether as a band or you individually as an artist?
Erin, do you wanna go first? I keep feeling like I'm jumping on it first.
I mean,
I could go first if you want.
It doesn't matter to me. I was just keeping with the rhythm. I don't know. I'd like to be a better singer. I'd like to hit a couple higher notes. I'd like to go a little higher. And quit smoking so I can sing better.
Hey, but it gives you that great rasp.
And
girl.
no, I know, but I don't think
smoked
that's gonna
for
go
many
away.
years.
I don't think it's gonna. I think I got the rasp, and I think I should probably stop while I'm
It
ahead.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
go away. I haven't smoked in probably I think 11 years now, and I still have that rasp.
I'm allergic to the patch, and that gave me a big that threw me for a loop. But I heard that the lozenges worked really well, so I'm gonna try again.
There you go.
Karen, not to get too personal, but did you notice much of a difference when you quit smoking as far as your voice?
Oh, big time. I mean, like I could breathe a lot better. And that's the thing too, is I have asthma. Like I shouldn't have been
Me
smoking.
too. I know I shouldn't be. Yeah, 100%.
For lots of
reasons. We should be best friends. Oh my gosh. We are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, like it definitely made a difference. And then I still kept the rasp, but I could perform better. I could move better. I could sing better for sure.
So when both of you started singing, it was to get that rasp.
I didn't start smoking to get the rasp for it by any means. I just thought it looked cool.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was, and then our whole band started doing it because it became a thing to kill the time when you're on tour.
I waitress, so yeah, you get a smoke break, you got to take
when we
it.
say smoke, is it ganja? I mean marijuana, English word, or cigarettes?
No, it's cigarettes for me.
Cigarettes, yeah, but I still smoke weed, so that hasn't changed.
I can do vaping, but I can't actually smoke weed. I get really weird. But I know it, so I avoid it.
That's interesting to me that like the high is different. I mean, the high is different, but that like the flower would affect you so much in a different way.
I don't know. It makes me weird and super anxious and kind of self-conscious.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not fun. You don't want that.
I have that enough anyway.
Yeah.
Any other goals, aspirations for you individually or with the with your groups?
Oh gosh, yeah, I haven't even done mine. Well, I know that we're working on another EP currently, but we're going a lot slower than this last one.
Mhm.
We're coming at it from a different angle of taking our time so that we're happy with how everything turns out in the end. So it'll never be released.
If I had I get that.
We're all perfectionists. No, but we're working on that. So hopefully next year that'll come out. And then me personally, also in conjunction with ska, like I said, I'm an actor. I'm also a writer. I have written a sitcom about a ska
Oh,
band
Wow.
that I am currently pitching and trying to sell. And I wrote a part for myself, of course. And so that is my big goal right now. Yeah.
Wow.
so is the
That
writing
is so
completed?
that's so
Is it
awesome.
completed? Because she could write us into it.
Okay, he wants
Yeah, I absolutely. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
man,
I'd like to
Yeah.
be a character.
The pilot episode is written, and then so is the whole pitch. And like I said, I've
What are you
actively
naming it?
been pitched. It's called Upstroke.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
And that's
and
perfect.
but there's many other characters, and this is the thing too, is because I'm so lucky to have so many wonderful friends in ska. Like I want to have cameos, and I'm gonna have real bands playing, and I have a friend who, Andy B in the World, and a couple other friends like Brian Mashburn, people who have offered to write music for the show.
Cool.
The sky's
That's
the limit
awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, fingers crossed.
for the star.
Thank you very much.
Crossing them, but I don't think you need them. That sounds like a great idea. I'm really excited for that. I
Thank
can't wait
you.
to see it.
Me too.
I actually moved out here for acting too, by the way.
Rad. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll get you on the show as well.
Originally,
Oh, no.
Where's home?
What?
Prior to moving.
I moved from Indiana, but I was born in New York.
Oh,
Yeah, my mom was attending NYU, and then she worked at Tisch when I was born. And then we moved to Indiana when I was 3, Texas for a year, and then back to Indiana and out to LA when I was 15.
Okay.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I always
Yeah.
thought, I just assumed that you were born and raised from here.
I do have that accent.
California accent.
You do.
Burrito
You
and all
do
that, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
much have the
Yeah, I was
California
young enough that I
accent.
really absorbed it.
Yeah.
Karen, are you born and raised here?
Yeah, Long Beach Memorial. Born and raised.
I was born in Long Beach Memorial too.
Eh.
Many years before you, but nonetheless, I went to Cal State Long Beach.
Okay. My mom went to Cal State. My brother went to Cal State. I did not go to college.
Me neither. I've attended one on the campus for a party.
Yeah. I was like, I've been to many college parties for sure.
Yeah, keggers and all that.
I've played at colleges, and then they were like, now you have to leave.
Right.
I gotta do that one. I have not done that yet, actually.
It's fun. It's
Yeah, I
fun.
bet. I mean, I heard it was
incredibly
really fun.
funny.
So let's talk about this fun
The
festival.
show.
Yeah, well,
I can see here the Rude Girl Riot Ska Festival celebration of women of ska at the Sardine in San Pedro, California, Saturday, October 18th. Question for you. Who besides your own bands are you looking forward to seeing the most?
Amy Gabba.
Oh, me too. And I love the movie Almost Famous, so I have a feeling that has nothing to do with it.
Well,
for a newbie.
I love her music. Her voice is like, oh my God, I wish I could sound like that. It's so powerful, so incredible. But her and I, this is so funny, have kind of created like a friend love affair via the internet for like over a year now, where we've been talking back and forth and we've still never met.
Oh, so here you go.
And so I'm so excited. Like my boyfriend is playing drums for her. I was like, we are going to get you on this show. Like I had to help convince
That's
her
amazing.
to play and like put the band together for her, like, because I was like, you're coming. You're playing this show. I don't care.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
And for my information, the date again?
Saturday, October 18th.
18th, yes. It's starting in the mid-afternoon, I believe.
I think 2 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
Erin, what about you as far as
Honestly, I'm excited to see Chase Long Beach.
Oh, stop.
I know, I really am, though. I like you guys have been standing out ever since we were on that compilation together, and I've been keeping an eye out. I'm really excited.
Like
The Goodwin Club, my guitarist has said great things about them ever since he joined the band, so I've been keeping out with them, and I think they are probably going to be a good time too.
Yes.
I want to
I'm
hear
also
She
excited for
Blime
that.
because I want to hear what girls do it like because that sounds really fun. Like,
I think-
I mean, I know a lot of Sublime songs, and I'd love to see their take on it. That sounds fun. And Calypso's Curse sounds like a really tasty drink, and I'd love to see how they sound.
I think they're from Long Beach.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah, they're local. I've seen them once before, and like that's the thing. I've seen the Stepdaughters. I've seen Calypso's Curse. I've seen a few of these bands. I've
Or
never
going to
seen.
concert, as you mentioned.
You've seen us?
Or out a lot.
I have. No, and I've always loved it. I've loved your guys' energy, and I think everybody who's playing, like, I still haven't seen Goodwin Club. I went to one of their shows and I got off of work late where I missed their set and I was so bummed. And then like Lone Raspberry, like reuniting.
Yeah.
I've heard about them for years. I've heard their music, like it's just really exciting. It's going to be a great show overall. Calamatics, like.
Yep.
So
Calamatics,
cool.
Horizon Point, Bounce House.
Did you leave out anyone?
Yeah, I think that's everybody.
No,
Yeah.
I guess that's all the performance.
And then, Mikey Rood and Josh Coons on DJ and a bunch of other really great people that I didn't write down because I ran out of ink.
Yeah.
My pen broke.
DJs galore, hosted by Soul Station #1, Donald. So yes, it'll be a lot of fun, and big kudos to Daryl and Luis.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love
Yeah,
it. They were fun.
Especially, on all female,
Yes.
really and truly paying tribute to women.
Indeed.
I think that's the biggest thing is that everybody is so stoked on this because as far as I remember, or my recollection that I am aware of, there's never been a festival of
There's the
women.
day on like radio shows, but I've never seen a
No, not
festival
like
that's
it.
focusing
Correct.
on it. Yeah, I think that's rad.
It's like the first time, and I really hope it's not the last time. I hope that this becomes a yearly thing.
Yeah.
Oh, way to put the
thinking about
pressure on
women,
us.
I can't remember if I've ever gone to. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. Quite like
Yeah.
that. So, no,
I'm excited to be a part of it.
Absolutely, it's like such an honor.
encourage everyone to get out there and because these live events only can happen with the support of.
And for the information, can you repeat the address? For those who didn't get a chance to
right, it's
write it down.
it's the Sardine in San Pedro.
Yeah, I don't know the address.
1101 South Pacific Avenue in the city of San Pedro.
Starts at, I think, 2:00 in the afternoon.
That's right. Yes.
Right then, the weather in Southern California should be much, much cooler.
True.
Knock on wood.
Maybe
It
like
feels
5.
Knock on
it feels like
wood.
Yeah.
it's in August.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
It feels like
I hope so.
Mhm.
What else do you both have coming up, if anything, as it relates to some live shows? Karen, I think you're co-emceeing aren't you co-hosting a show coming up here?
Yeah, I am with Matt Vest from On the
Yes.
Upbeat and
love
on the
them.
Upbeat. Yeah.
Oh
Same.
wait,
Matt-
I think we might be doing something with them soon. Yeah.
I was like, yes, we are. But Calypso's Curse is actually playing that show too, so that'll be a fun sneak peek. And the Ruffalos,
Nice.
and oh gosh, there's
And when
another
is
band.
and when is this? This is
It's on September 26th at Radiant Brewing Company in Anaheim.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think Matt Vest, he was just hosting. He didn't have a co-host, and we're buds, and so he was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I was gonna go to the show anyway. I'll come on down and have fun with you on the mic."
And that was a
So-
cover video. He was in your house.
It was his idea. It was his idea. Well, and it was so funny too because I was like, "Where do you want to shoot this? Do you want to shoot it at your house or at my house, or do you want to go somewhere else?" And he goes, "Well, so we don't have to deal with my Trumpy roommates. I was thinking I'd come to yours." And I was like,
That's a great. I never heard that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was like,
Trevor roommates.
absolutely. No, that's a good idea. But then he had this whole idea about like being in my house, and I was like, sweet, let's run with it.
Yeah,
I'm
no, that
good.
was fine.
You got it. Yeah, people loved it. So I was like, great.
Yeah. Aaron,
Yeah.
you have other
Well, we just figured out that we were going to do a 4-song demo to try to get some funding for recording our new album with Dave Irish, but we figured it out and we're going to start recording it instead. And so I think we're going to get into the studio before the end of the year. We're just like solidifying the songs we're doing, all the details and the BPMs and tracking and all that stuff so we can get it in the studio. Which I'm really excited because I'm really excited about this album.
yeah.
It's like similar and different, and I'm the only band member that's the same. So I feel like I definitely got to stay, anchored to what I did.
In the sense that it's all new members?
Yeah, the musicians are all new members. And yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, shout out your previous release, Jump Up, put out, right?
Yes, and I'd love them to do it again. They were a pleasure to work with. They're awesome. Yeah. Chuck is the best. He's so great.
He is. Huge supporter.
Just a nice person.
Very much so. We've had him on here a couple times. Karen and Erin, anything else that you want to make sure that our listeners and viewers know about your respective bands as we near the end here?
Well, that is a big question.
I'm like, no pressure. No, I mean, we play music. I mean, and like, this is the thing, like, I know our band has a very specific sound that's not everybody's thing, but I don't know. I think we just like to be true to like what we are putting out there. It all comes from the heart, and it means a lot to us, and I think that's the same for every band. So it's like, even if you don't like it, we appreciate you giving it a listen.
Any closing thoughts since you're talking, when your microphone is open and you're talking? Keep the flow going.
Hey, keep listening to ska.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Erin, how about you?
Any closing thoughts?
I'm glad that people are actually listening to our music. Like, that's a dream come true. I can't even believe it. Honestly, every time I see that somebody listened to it, I'm just like, people are like, is this a joke? Did they just leave their player running? Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm humbled. And
hey, there's more plays
happy.
For you.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, put it on repeat if that's the case.
Fall asleep to it. I don't care.
You might have weird dreams though. I mean, I think what we're doing is we're just doing what we love, and it's going to be a lot of genres combined, but there's always going to be a ska level and a punk level to it. We're just, if you like it, and if you don't say anything, just stop listening.
My favorite saying, St. Jude, not everyone has to follow the same path. So
100%. That's what makes it takes a village, right?
It's true.
Yes,
it does. 100% take a village, and but big respect to you both for keeping it going. It's certainly, I'm not musically oriented as far as in front of this on stage and behind the mic, so to speak. But
you have good taste, though.
Thank you.
I mean, you had Chase Long Beach here, so.
And the stepdaughters. Well, but Eric, what, not to cut you off, but the thing is like, realistically, us as musicians, as bands, we can't do it without people like you. Without people who keep supporting, who keep listening, who keep coming out to shows. Like, that's what it's about. That's what keeps the community going, and I don't think that we're something different or something else because we're on stage making the music. It doesn't matter. Like, we're all in this together, and we couldn't do it without each other,
I couldn't say it better myself. That's very well said.
And as Junior says, if not, it goes the way of the dinosaurs, right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Seen that time and time again.
It's true.
What's everybody's favorite dinosaur?
What's the name of the flying one? I can't remember.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
Here we go. That's mine.
Well, thanks.
I like consignacious.
Ladies, thanks to everyone. Thanks to both of you for your ongoing support, and thanks to the listeners.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And hopefully I'll be able to make it out on October
18th. I
18th.
will be there.
Yeah.
I'll be looking for you both.
Yes.
Absolutely. Same.
Now that is a very challenging because I have a radio show.
He has a radio show. So I'll be representing Junior. Yes. Erin, thank you so much. Karen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Erin,
thank you for having me.
Erin and Karen.
Sounds like we're right. Erin and Karen show. It's going to be very easy to promote Erin and Karen.
There we go.
Yeah, right. It's going to work really well. I'm excited.
Although we have to remember that her name is probably better in the public these days than mine is.
Well, you know what though? But you can prove everybody wrong.
That's true. I'm taking it back. We're taking
Yeah,
it
you
back.
take the name
Yes,
Aaron
I mean,
back.
I think
Yeah.
the viewers and listeners are too bright and intelligent to pay attention to
Yeah.
I think
that.
that's true.
And I know exactly what that
But
means.
take it.
Yeah, prove wrong the stereotype. Totally. I if anybody could do it, I would see it. Yeah, you could do it.
Right, and this is a moment.
Junior, good thing you changed your name from Donald.
Right.
That's my grandfather's name. That's funny. I was worrying about him all the time, but he's in Indiana, so he probably is okay with it.
Yeah, it's in the right place. Yeah, and once again, thanks, and please subscribe to this podcast series and our YouTube channel. Follow us at History of LA Ska on Instagram and join our Facebook group. We're asking everyone to join our Facebook group. This series produced by Rockery Radio. Eric Kohler, my good friend here.
And Junior, thank you for everything that you do and your friendship. Karen, Erin, thank you so much. We appreciate everyone's ongoing support out there. And I'll leave you with this. Please do your part to celebrate and preserve the scene. And come on out, put on your dancing shoes, and enjoy yourself. So much love and be well, everyone.
Karen
Until
and
next
Erin.
time.
Karen and Erin.
Thank you.